How was Pacific Cross Vietnam started?
Pacific Cross came to Vietnam in 2004. The reason was in response to a big demand for travel insurance, and many Vietnamese were traveling overseas, and to travel overseas, in order to get a visa, you need travel insurance because the other country wants you to have that. So people were interested in travel insurance, and we came here and we offered our travel insurance product. But when we came here, we found that the Vietnamese market was a great market and wonderful people. And so we stayed, and in 2005 we started to offer health insurance as well.
What are the company vision and mission?
The company vision and mission really hasn't changed very much since the very beginning in 2004, 2005. We want to bring international, affordable health insurance to the mid-market Vietnamese people. We want to do that in a transparent way, using international rules, and we will do it by using the local staff and well-trained staff, and we want to be dependable and reliable.
What do you think about health insurance market in Vietnam?
You know, the health insurance market is tremendous. It's growing very rapidly. Most people have been covered in the past by their employer or by employee insurance. But even that would probably be less than 1% of the people who are here. There's government insurance as well, of course, but as we all know, that's very busy and it's a very much a difficult place sometimes in order to get served properly. So people have turned in the last couple of years to buying health insurance. And health insurance allows people to go to the place or location of their choice. You can go to an international hospital, you can go to the government hospital or a local hospital or clinic, it's your choice. And so people really like that choice. And of course, in the last couple of years, it's gained lots of popularity.
Why do you think health and travel insurance is important?
I think health and travel insurance are critical to a person's or a family's well-being. Medical bills are normally not foreseen. You cannot see a medical bill coming. Medical bills can be very expensive. In some cases, it can result in the family having to borrow money because the hospitals, the clinics, and the doctors, they want to be paid. And if you're going to have some of the fancy equipment like the MRIs or the CAT scans, it costs a lot of money. People traveling from Vietnam outside internationally around the world will find that many countries will have huge prices. We've seen prices where a broken foot would cost $30,000 US. Just an ordinary broken foot. Not so much here in Vietnam, but across or around the world it is very expensive. And the best way, I think, for people to manage this risk would be to have insurance.
What are the strengths of Pacific Cross Vietnam?
Well, you know, I think Pacific Cross Vietnam has many strengths. I don't have the time, I think, to tell them all, but I will mention a few. Corporately, we are part of a group that has offices around Asia. Our group has been here 60 years in Asia, and we operate in the Philippines, in Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam. And so we have a lot of experience. We have a lot of experience locally. We have direct billing networks, and we have relationships with hospitals and doctors and clinics all around the region. We share information among our companies in order to show the latest trends and the newest types of benefits. That way our Vietnamese customers can take advantage of our corporate strengths. On the people side of things, our office is all local. We hire people from Vietnam, and we have been doing this for 15 years. So we have many long-term employees, well-trained, some with medical backgrounds. We have 4 or 5 doctors that we use to consult with us, and we spend a lot of time to make sure that our people, our staff, can speak the language of a customer, so the customer feels that they're getting the proper attention. We make sure that our staff have the latest medical knowledge so they can make suggestions and support the customer based upon the customer's needs. And I think we provide a very good customer experience because after all, when you're sick, you need help and you want to be treated well.
Why do you think customers should choose product of Pacific Cross Vietnam?
Well, the products of Pacific Cross Vietnam, they are all developed here in Vietnam based upon the Vietnamese system. So these are not products taken from overseas so much. If we find benefits that are used in other countries that we think would be good here, we will bring those in. But we will make a local price, we will provide local benefits, and we will provide help here in Vietnam for a product that is designed in Vietnam. But the other piece to this is we allow the client to have coverage around the world. So they can use their policies outside of Vietnam. If they want treatment in another country, they can do that. They can go to the locations of their choice. But I think that the Vietnamese policies are very solid, and we provide lots of flexibility in trying to do our design and our benefits. And I think the customer is well served by having our policies.
What are your plans in the future?
Well, health insurance, I think, in Vietnam is just starting, so it's kind of new for everybody. But around the world, it's also changing very quickly. Mostly technology is what's affecting the insurance. But let me give you an example of some of the things that we think are possible here. You go to a clinic, you put your phone and you show them the phone, and your phone has your coverage card on it, and therefore that confirms your coverage. The clinic will serve you, and when you leave, you sign your name and you go home. You can take a photo of the lab reports or of the doctor's notes or something, and you can send that through your phone to our office. Our office will then adjudicate the claim, and then you'll get an SMS on your phone saying that the money has been transferred to your bank account if you paid. If you didn't pay, we will pay the clinic or hospital directly. So I think, using digital technology, this would be very much assistance to our customers. We don't have all of that at the moment, but we're working on it, and all of our staff are focused on trying to make this more digitally, less paperwork, less requirements, a little bit more friendly for our customers. I think that was a good way to do business with somebody.